Day, everyone. How are you? Or night, or day, or evening, morning, don't know. But I get the questions. Kathy, how do you do this? What is animal communication? How do you hear? What is going on? So here it is in a nutshell, and I'm going to make it as basic as I can. Intuition, your intuitive muscle. Intuitive, it's intuition. We do it all the time. We're all born with intuition. It's whether or not we use it or not. A lot of times we're not because we are here. Our noses, how many people do you see that got their noses buried in those things? Even when people are out to dinner together, they don't talk to each other. They're staring at their phones. Everyone likes microwaves because it's quick, it's fast. We have an intuitive muscle, and if we don't use a muscle, it becomes atrophied and weak. Every one of us walking around this planet, there's not one of us that's more special than the other. We're all born with intuition. Except when you are so plugged into everything else around you for answers and resources, your intuition can't even get through because you're bogged down with everything else. The other side that can't get through is because a lot of people are running around in these emotional states. When we're emotional, our breathing is erratic, up and down, your diaphragm, right? You're not getting the air you need, and you're making poor decisions because you're reacting to things. How can you hear your intuition when you're constantly in a reactive mode? If you talk to people, meditate. People look at me and go, meditate, and your face makes that squirrely look. And then you say, well, then I'm thinking of everything. And I get that. Go for a walk. Go to the gym. If you're a runner, there's runner's high, there's bicycling, and there's mucking stalls. Anybody who has horses that muck stalls, you know as well as I do, it's like almost the best time of the day, because whatever you have on your mind before that starts, by the time you get done cleaning up your barn, life is good. I used to be a real gym rat, and I always felt phenomenal after a great workout. Life was not a big deal. Mucking stalls, personal favorite. Going for walks, another favorite. It's what helps with that breathing. It brings that breathing, that rhythm, that cadence. And when we are able to be in that state more often, tapping into it, we can hear that intuitive side coming to us. If you were to write down all those intuitive hits that you get, you were thinking of someone, you ran into them, the phone rang, and you start writing down, and that's it in its simplest form, and you start writing things down where you had an intuitive hit, especially when we work with animals, people who do any kind of body work, actually human and animal work, trainers. You know what those dogs or horses or what's going on in their world without even their person opening their mouth. You already know what you need to do. Anybody that is a caretaker of any animal, you know those animals well. And so when you say, I know something's not right, you're right. Something's not right. And so you go with that gut feeling. You do that when you run into people and you meet people and you get that gut feeling that you're not easy. You don't feel right around them because something is off. Listen to it. That's your intuition. That's your intuition, again, and it's very basic. The problem is that people don't trust themselves enough to follow up on it. Try trusting yourself. Try believing that the intuitive hits that you're getting are guiding you. And that's animal communication, in addition to all the senses coming in. So, you're tasting, you're hearing, you're feeling, you're smelling, visuals, all of it. The emotions come through. And that's the information that the animals are bringing forward. And I know that many of you have had these sensations. I get messages where I will get from someone saying I wasn't feeling right or something wasn't right, and then the vet came and the horse was having that issue, or the dog or the cat or what have you. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to those intuitive hits. There's some of us out there that are really good at sports, who are really good at math. I'm not good at math. Sports, basketball, you won't pick me. I can guarantee it. You don't want me on your team. I can throw the ball. Might not make it in the basket. Pretty sure it won't. But that's okay. I have to work at it. There's some people who can sit on a horse and they have the most perfect form and seat and they have natural feel. And there's people that spend their entire lifetime and they might have a third of that. And that's okay, because everyone's going to be better at something than you. And that's all right, but you can still work at it. People that are very intuitive, it's like they have cable or they got a satellite. And then there's others with little bunny ears. And the bunny ears have to work a little harder at it. And that's okay. But when we write down those intuitive hits that come to us on a daily basis and bring something from that subconscious to your conscious thought, you're going to realize you do this more often than you gave yourself credit for. And when you start getting your breathing and you start doing things to get that rhythm, that cadence, you can start tapping into that at any point in time during your day. You put down that cell phone, stop going on the computer, and start seeking and going within. You will get the information that you need. And when you start trusting yourself and you start putting yourself out there and trusting you and living a little more consciously in that manner, you're going to find that life is actually a little bit sweeter. But emotions will knock it right out. But write it down. You'll see. I promise. And that's it in a nutshell. Sending and receiving information. Thanks so much. Enjoy your day. Breathe. Put your cell phones down. It'll be all right. It'll be there tomorrow. And write it down. Thank you so much. Smile at the world, man. I promise that world does smile back. Yes, it does. Do it. You'll get a smile back.